suckers. We went.
Hey gang, FLX Beer Reviews, back with a live stream beer review.
We
Sure,
do this all the time.
I'm Dan.
All the time.
I am Mike.
I'm Bumpy Road. Just call me Bumpy.
All right then.
That's
All
why
right.
I'm trying to train my grandson to call me Bumpy. I figured the beer that we are gonna be doing tonight, which is dead silence.
Okay. So usually, Mike, ask the question and stuff. Anyways, live, Mike doesn't do well. So this is a beer from the Anchor Brewing Company. This is their Christmas ale. So this is classified as a winter warmer. So this is their 2022 edition. And so, Jesse, have you had much of this beer
Okay,
in the past?
Yes. So what they do every year, this has been coming out for 48 years, I believe. It will tell you somewhere that it's their 48th anniversary on this beer.
Probably up top.
The cool thing about this beer is every year it's a different recipe.
Okay.
48.
It's never the same beer. And the other cool thing is they always have a different tree on the label. So this tree
I see that down on the label there.
So it says it's a blue gum tree, a eucalyptus globulus. Okay.
Probably why they renamed it the Blue Gum Tree. That's terrible.
It says this beer is 7.2 ABV, and my package on date on the back is 9/16/2022.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
Mine
I can
is August 16th, 2022. Is that what you said?
We've got September
9.
Mine's August 16th.
Oh, geez. All right.
Wait, it says 8/16?
Yeah, mine's older.
Wow.
So therefore, I have the privilege of reading the neck tattoo.
All right. There you go.
It says, this is our 48th hour special ale from the brewers at Anchor. This ale made with natural flavors features a new recipe and tree every year, just like I said in the beginning. But the intent with which we offer it is they actually print it like, so you have to go around the label.
It's really kind of annoying.
It is the same joy and celebration of the newness of life. Trees symbolize the winter solstice when the earth with its seasons appears born anew.
We're only halfway through this thing.
Mary Ellen Pleasant planted blue gum trees in front of her San Francisco home in the 1800s. The home is long gone, but her landmark trees remain a living tribute to the mother of civil rights in California.
We just made a mockery.
Well,
let
me tell you something. Whoever designed that did not think that out.
No, they did not.
It should have gone this side and then this side.
Yes. Yeah.
That's why I was reading it initially going, wow, they left some words out here. That's weird.
Yeah, that's out of control. All right, let's crack this sucker open. I've never enjoyed or imbibed on the Christmas ale.
Never ever
have I.
Like you never drank it, or you've just never enjoyed it when you have drank it.
No, this is my first foray into the Anchor Christmas ale.
Really?
Mine
Yes.
too.
You're in for a special treat.
So
Let's get
what,
some
Don't
pops.
don't go in thinking this is like some type of like IPA, like dry, wet hopped IPA.
okay.
I already have
it's a
an
winter
idea of what I'm
lager
getting to.
beer.
So what's pretty cool about this is I do have another version because fun fact, folks, when I went to go buy this, I accidentally got the 2021 version. So I had to go to another store and get this version. So,
Mike, do you have that 2021?
I do, because Dan accidentally bought some.
Are you guys going to open that tonight?
I don't know.
I'd like to know the differences because this is
well, it's a different recipe though, right?
Yeah, it'll
It's
be a
brewed
complete.
differently every year. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That'd be
And plus
interesting.
it's aged a year too.
So I think after we do this, if you guys want to open up your 2020, I don't have the 2021. I did have it. I just don't recall it. But
Okay.
what you guys say about it may bring back. Yes.
Could be
Well,
interesting.
we all have different glasses tonight too. This is the other cute thing we're doing.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
this is all
Yeah.
part of the experiment.
I figured winter ales are kind of like, or winter lagers are kind of like an English thing. I have a dimpled mug.
This is a really
Dan's got the tulip, and Mike has the stemless wine glass.
That's right.
So this is just all sorts of just
It's all the same color.
focus. Come on, camera.
It's like such a dark, like mahogany red. Like,
It's like mahogany that has like burnt brown sugar drizzled
Yeah.
over it.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get the light.
It's not like quite like mahogany that was set afire itself.
It's almost like Sugar Daddy a little bit.
yeah, like a toffee-ish kind of brown in there. That's
But
a nice,
the head, which is kind of not like a large head, but it has a little bit of a yellowish khaki color to it, I would say.
Right?
yeah. It's pretty foamy. Like it's kind of a creamy
Yeah.
foam.
It's holding a head. It is holding a head.
It looks great. I don't usually care for winter warmers, so I'm really
It
excited.
looks like
to
an
try.
English brew that belongs in a dimple mug.
Maybe the next one I'll get a dimple mug for.
All right, let's get a whiff.
We've
Let's
been
do it.
looking at Sam Smalley all night. Here he is. Cheers, boys.
Hey, Sam. There he is.
Alex had a Hellas tonight.
Wow. Man, that just so for me,
Citrusy brown sugar.
citrus like that, but then I'm getting like this weird peppermint, like York peppermint patty kind of thing going on.
There
I'm
is
getting
kind of
like
like a spearmint, like a
Vicks
spearmint.
mint.
Yeah.
That's so
Definitely
interesting.
mint. Mine's very minty, like a.
I think it's kind of like it's like spruce. I think it's like spruce tip almost. Like it's got this piney, but it's like such a bite to it.
Almost like Andy's candy.
Like if you went out hunting for your own perfect Christmas tree, you might have that kind of freshness. But there's also the mint patties. You might find peppermint patty with Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown sugar is.
So this smells like I'm snacking on some Andy's candies, going through to chop down my Christmas tree at the Christmas tree farm.
And I think the like spices that are in there, nothing's really overpowering. It's very mild.
I'm almost getting a little bit of a black licorice thing.
Oh, I
Yeah.
can see that. Yeah.
All right. There's definitely spices added because they say natural flavors and stuff.
It
The
smells
head
like
just
those
froze up. Look at that.
scented pine cones you can buy.
Yeah. Well, the ones that have the cinnamon on them and stuff.
Yeah. Like
Yep.
other flavors or aromas on there.
There's
I like
definitely
it.
something that is you can use this almost like Vicks vapor rub.
I
Rub it
got-
on your chest, it opens up your nostrils. It's
I
got
said
that
that
kind of power. to
Earlier, I was like, it's a Vicks mint.
it. Yeah. There is some underlying breadiness, I think. Bready kind of almost toffee-like notes in the malt. It's
Mhm.
very hard to get through because there is a big kind of like minty, spicy note to it.
Yeah, I just
Yeah, that's definitely the overpowering one. But there is some other things down there. They're just kind of more buried.
I don't know if I'm getting like this like a slight like a mallow cup kind of thing. Like
All right. What's
a
is that
mallow
New
cup?
York? Is that a New York term?
You don't know what a mallow cup is? It's like
So
a
it's like
old
a-
school.
So it's like a Reese's peanut butter cup, but instead of peanut butter, it's toasted marshmallow. And there's like in the center, there's like just a couple of morsels of like coconut.
Okay, I probably had it at one point in my life.
Yeah.
I'm a lot older than you guys, so you have to forgive me. I do have.
That candy's a lot older than all of
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, I forget
All right.
things. There's things.
I
There's
forget.
things from my past that I just forget.
You guys want to dive in?
I think we should. Cheers.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Super thin.
Mm-hmm.
It's soft though, very soft.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's
didn't
almost
anticipate the lack
nitro-like.
of carbonation.
You guys kind of get like a burnt type note to it, like charred sugars, like beyond toffee.
Yeah, so
Okay.
there's definitely I think that burnt thing is there, but that's so unique.
It really is.
Like that's not like any other winter warmer I've had. Like that's
I agree because, like, I'm not usually a big fan of winter warmers, and this is really good. All the flavors they're very like mild and subtle and smooth, and they're just kind of wafting along.
I feel like I'm literally chewing on a spruce tip.
Yeah, you do get a little bit of this kind of spicy, minty character that does linger on. It's like a breath freshener in the middle of a mud puddle.
And I'm getting like a little bit of that dark chocolate. Like I'm still
Dark
getting Amy's.
chocolate. I get burnt notes as well.
I was gonna say, like, it's dark chocolate with like a little bit of burnt coffee.
Ooh,
poppy corn,
it's very drying for me.
like charcoal.
Very much. It's smoky. I'm getting like a smoke to it.
It's.
I'm just making sure Keith isn't going to
Santa
He
Claus.
very well
smash
might.
out of my wall like the Kool-Aid
Santa
man.
Claus's village, right?
He'd be so quiet about it
And
though.
one of the
Yeah.
elves has a great idea of how to make the reindeer move faster, and they make this rocket and they accidentally set the forest on fire.
All just to get this beer to taste like this.
Blue Ice loves this beer. This vintage in particular, or
I love the body on this.
yeah, I mean the body. I mean, what was it 7.2, 7.4,
7.2 ABV.
So
the body is on the lower side, medium to high side light.
but it's got that soft kind of delicate.
It drinks
thing to
like a lager beer more than it is an ale, even though it is an ale.
I still
I
think
think
it's
it
got
is
delicate
dry.
feel though.
It's got a crispness to it, but there's a lot more flavors than I think you'd find in a typical lager. Definitely, a lot more flavors.
I would love
lager.
I would love to pair this up with like
a tree.
no,
A different tree.
like a Christmas roll. You ever had a Christmas roll?
Is that the same thing as a jelly roll?
It's what they call the Yuletide log sometimes.
It's basically bread rolled up over milk.
It's basically like gingerbread, like soft gingerbread rolled up with like the icing and like all that stuff. Sort of like a pumpkin roll.
I don't eat a lot of sweets, so if you forgive me for not knowing.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I've had jelly rolls, which is like this kind of weird jelly pastry stuff that they put in with a mixture of a cream that's rolled up in some type of a sweet bread thing.
Sam said pair it up with a gingerbread man. Yeah, basically I'll pair it up as I murder the gingerbread man from Shrek. Just get in my belly.
Yeah.
I think this has enough flavor. You'd have to actually do the whole gingerbread house.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just me, but I am on the very back end. There's a slight, and it's sitting here, this slight tobacco thing going on.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm getting like the smokiness hitting on the back end.
I can't quite go tobacco. There is a big like flavor note that finishes it off. I think there's a little bit of a pininess to it. But then there is kind of a darker fruit note, which I mean, I think that's where the tobacco might come in. Because tobacco, a lot of times to me, if you think of like Red Man chewing tobacco, it tastes like raisins for the most part.
Now, I'd have to try the other vintages, but if somebody asked me what the theme of this year would be, I would say mint.
Yeah.
Like a spruce forward mint. That's what I would roll with.
Yeah. I'd say peppermint patty. Because there's chocolate and this kind of pepper.
Like a York or Andes or
I feel like I'm skiing.
Yeah. All right. Hey.
Damn English mug. My finger got caught.
Smash it.
All right. What are we thinking for ratings? Ratings, boys.
Mayonnaise. Patty mayonnaise.
Just call me Patty Mayonnaise.
I'm not sure about rating it. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah. Look at that.
The gumdrop buttons.
Look at that.
I can't decide. Leaving a nice legs up on there. It looks great.
Well, ABV is well hidden. I mean, that's a
very much so.
Plenty of flavor notes. Whether or not you like the flavor notes or not, there's plenty of flavor to it.
So Mike, for someone that doesn't really care for the winter warmer,
I think this is one of the better ones I've had. I think it's not overly spiced like I find a lot of them. It's pretty balanced.
Right, you don't get that mixture of like just spice cabinet,
Yeah.
I think this is a very nice. You know what? This is a beer you could enjoy during a sleigh ride or something in the holidays, or
this is definitely a nice holiday beer.
Christmas Eve. Waiting for Santa to come down the chimney.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
I'll tell you what, it's very balanced. I like that all the flavors that are there are they're working together for the most part. The drying kind of smoky aspect on the back end is, I kind of wish that wasn't there.
Okay. I'll tell you what.
Kind of a medicinal.
I'm coming with my score. It'll be ready in a second.
I think personal preference, I'll give like a 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll give it like a 4, but say for what it is, 4.3, 4.
I think I'm kind of where you were at. I was leaning towards a 4 for personal preference, and for what it is, I'll go like 4.25.
Now I'm very interested to see what that 21 edition is like.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because it's probably a lot different.
All right, I come up with a 43.5 out of 50, so a 4.35 out of 5.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all kind of relatively in the same boat.
I think I enjoyed this one. I think a bit more than last year. So I just remember last year's not really striking me, which is that's the one that you guys have,
right?
So if you guys want to go ahead and drink that now while we're live and kind of compare them,
that sounds fine. I don't mind.
And then you guys can do a cuvee. I can't do it. I don't have it on me, but
we do like.
I'll tell you what. You entertain the folks. I'll be right back.
Yeah, Bubby, you entertain the folks. I'll be right back.
Hey, Yeah, everybody. Welcome to the show. It's going to be a live examination of Anchor. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. We just got through the 2022. Now we're going to see what the 2021 brings to Dan and Mike's palette. I've had this one. I had this one last year, and I liked it. I think I liked this year's a bit more, but please, I hope that does not influence their palettes at all as to which one they're going to like more, because they are different each year. They change up the recipe. They're pretty similar as far as what the style kind of is. They're usually winter warmers anyways.
Okay.
It's not like one's like a
you still
like
talking?
a
What?
lager and one's a brown ale. So here we
You
go.
never shut up.
It looks like they got the 2021 versions up.
Yeah.
What?
So the only
what
bad
was the
thing about
tree?
this for me personally is this came out of my main fridge, which is cold.
Yeah.
Like
That's
cold,
okay.
cold.
What
was that in your?
What tree was the 21?
We got a Western Joshua tree.
Yeah.
Packaged on 10/1/21.
Yep, that's what I got. Got a halfway dimpled glass.
My ice cold winter warmer. We'll see.
The Rocky Mountains were blue on this one.
Okay, so this looks.
Oh, the head on that is much darker.
Okay, so actually, this looks darker than. Like, this is the 2022. It looks a lot more brown.
It very much so. Like all that red is
mahogany.
not there. It's just brown. It's like root beer brown.
The head.
The head on it is a shade darker.
Yeah, there's a little bit more alcohol legs on it too for some reason. This one's 7% though, so it's lower ABV. I don't know if it's because it's colder in my glass or.
It may
Nice
just
lacing.
be the darker head.
Could be.
Yeah.
Adding to what you can see visually on the
Right.
legs.
Get a whiff there, Danny boy?
Could also be because you don't
Oh,
have dimple
Jesus. That's
Whoa.
drastically different.
That is a completely different beer.
This tastes like a gingerbread man.
Okay.
It tastes like actually more so a molasses cookie now that
I'm getting like
you haven't tasted it yet. It smells.
yeah. But now Mike, yours was in your wine fridge?
Yeah.
Okay, so yours is warmer.
Yeah.
Mine's like probably like 38, 39.
Okay, so I'm getting like very much clove is coming through. That's like the main one at the moment.
Okay. So I'm getting
A
like I
little bit
said,
of bread sweetness.
man, now that you say clove, I'm still getting like molasses cookie.
I'm getting
I'll give you
this
that. There's some
beer again.
ginger in there.
Now I'm gonna go back to the other one for a minute. Yeah, this is straight up mint now. Straight up just
Oh my gosh.
spruce and mint.
I still, it's very medicinal, this one.
Oh, the
The
new
Vicks,
one?
the Vicks Maple Rub is
Vicks.
prevalent in the other.
I'm getting like a prune with this one too.
Yeah. When you were talking about the old one, I remember having it last year. Now I remember the molasses, and yeah, it's just
Sure.
it's not. Yeah, it's definitely bringing it up.
Definitely
All right.
molasses and clove for me, but
I'm
we
gonna
give it a
dive in.
shot.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Cheers.
Cheers, buddy. Thanks to Dan for getting these. Jeez.
Yeah, thanks for Steamers for fucking me over.
So the body is almost the same. This one's just a touch heavier.
This one has more. So the 2022, I don't know if because this one's like really cold, but the 2022 has more of like this kind of like baking chocolate kind of thing going on with it.
Mm-hmm. This one is much more molassesy, ginger, super
Spicy.
dark stone fruit with like those holiday spices kind of
Like cinnamon,
sprinkled over
clove.
them. Yeah. This has more of what I was expecting from this. That
this
more
one
like
is
your normal winter warmer spices.
See, this one is the 2021.
Mm-hmm.
This is much more crisp and not as soft, whereas this one is more airy and soft for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
Right now,
that's what I'm saying. It's not much heavier, but it's heavier than this.
Body and mouthfeel, I'm telling you right now, I prefer 2022.
Okay.
Now that could change, if this one warms up. I don't think that's going to affect the body.
That's what I was just contemplating. I was like, I kind of like 2021 more, but I don't know because it's a little chillier.
You don't know what you're like. You're over there blind. You're shooting blind.
How so?
We both are. We don't drink winter warmers.
That's
We're
true.
idiots.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
So here's the thing. I love molasses cookies. I will kill for molasses cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Like during the holidays, I'm all
this
about
has a snickerdoodle.
I'm
in the coffee thing. I'm in the coffee or like the cookie aisle. I'm just like shoving people out of the way. Get away from my cookies.
This is like straight up snickerdoodle. Like the jelly in the middle. Like I can taste all of it in this beer. I already like this one a lot more than this one. The 2021 is for me.
See, I like 2022.
Yeah, I think the smoky aspect, that drying effect, the kind of medicinal Vicks part of it, I don't know. But I do like this one, the 2022, like I would almost want this in like complete nitro style, like, because I think it's almost there. This one I like a little crisper.
All right, Jesse. If you could remember.
Have we jogged your memory?
Here's the problem. I was saying all along that I think that the 2022, from what I could remember from having the 2021, I like the 2022. But everything you guys were saying about the 2021, I like what you were saying about it more.
Jesse, I still have some in my bottle. Dan might too. We could probably just cap it and send it to you if you want.
Yeah. I'll put in one of those
overnight.
What do those kids use nowadays? Those Yetis?
No. The kids use like don't they use like Huggies?
See, I was going to put it in a Ziploc bag, but I think Dan's idea is much better.
I do have an extra 2021. I'll send it along your way.
It's it's one of those ones I've had. I liked it, but there was just something about the 2022. I think there's more of a malt profile with the 2022 than there was with the 2021. I think kind of what I picked up from like what you guys were saying about the 2021, there was more spice notes added. Like it was more of what Mike was expecting out of like, oh, it's a winter,
right.
It's a winter ale. Let's add those holiday spices. And I think that's what 2021 kind of brought, was more of the spice additives versus the malt complexity.
Head to head, 22 has a sweeter thing, a sweet component that the 21 is lacking.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Like you don't taste it until you taste that 21. Then you go back and you're like, oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a sweet chocolate.
And for anybody that's viewing this that doesn't know anything about beers, and you see, like, oh, of course.
Don't feel bad. We don't either.
The beers from last year. A lot of changes happen with beers. If they oxidize, which if it's well bottled or canned,
this is not oxidized.
It should not oxidize. The other thing is like very, very hoppy beers. And I'm talking about hoppy beers that the hops are supposed to present certain flavors and aromas. older beers like that, yeah, those change. Those are like when you're like, oh, yeah, the beer tastes like lemon tea. But it didn't originally taste like lemon tea. It tasted like a citrus, like orange juice with tangerine and grapefruit, all this other stuff. But it just aged, and it's just the way the hops just change over time. They die out. So with a beer like this, yeah, a 2021 is probably going to taste like a 2021. It's not going to change too drastically. So just for anybody that's viewing, saying, "Oh,
so here's the thing, though. I would anticipate
I don't think
maybe some of the spices kind of dull out, just a tiny bit.
The spices may dull out a little bit, but they're still there.
I think I prefer
like
that. Though.
What you guys were saying, I'm like, oh yeah, I do. I do remember. Oh yes, I remember that.
I think I prefer that though.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't want it like super just over the top spicy and.
Yeah. Because I think that goes back to what I was saying before. There's so many of them. I mean, not so many, but the handful of the winter warmers that I've had, like the spices are always just blow your face off, and it kind of takes away from all the other the base of the beer and all the other subtleties that could be in there. So I end up getting turned off like almost immediately.
Yeah.
You want a cuvee, Dan, or
that's what she said.
I think he's like, oh man.
I really don't want a cuvee because I like this one the 22 drastically better than the 21, but I'll cuvee.
So, it's good. It's like I like the 21 more, but I've still got like half a bottle, so I can take that.
Oh, you're smart. You're smart.
Yeah, I think if you cuvee, I think that you might be in for a surprise. I think that
I think so.
I think that the maltiness that the 2022 brings with the spice factor of 2021, plus the mint and the other things may combine. Very nice.
I'm gonna make an absolute mess doing this.
Oh, I didn't save a sip for Nicole. Shoot.
Who's Nicole?
All right.
Insert evil laugh.
Tell you what, she looks good.
Nicole?
Is that not what this beer is called? No, this is.
So that mint definitely transferred over.
It looks great. I'll tell you what. The aroma transferred over too. That mint is there, but it kind of dulled everything else out.
The body's way better because
it pulled over the softness and like the smoothness of the 2022. I think I'd like both of these in a nitro.
Yeah, blended isn't that bad, to be honest.
It's not. I honestly, I think it brought the best of both of them over.
Man, I got more one. I'll blend the rest. That's what I'll do. Every time I open one,
Buffy, you're really kind of missing out.
That's okay. I'm enjoying the fact.
I'm confused as to why you didn't save 2 bottles of these in preparation for this when you bought them, before you knew us.
Right. You should have known it. You should have known this was going to happen. Yeah. Is what we're trying to get at.
Your lack of foresight is.
Yeah, but I was taught to believe that Skynet was fake.
If anything, Dan's mere presence and existence should tell you that it's real.
I've never seen him naked.
Well, I have, and I assure you. The computers are coming down, and they will all be under his control.
No, this cuvee is
2022 left. So
the cuvee is very delightful. It really is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I feel like you added the body and mouthfeel from 22 into the 21, brought some of that mint and pine over to subdue some of the spices. I like it.
It sounds almost like gin.
I even more now want a Christmas roll with this. Like I want that sweet frosting bread to just enjoy with this. Soak it up.
Oh, jeez.
If you start shouting that, we're in trouble.
Yeah, we are in trouble.
That's right. This is a
Treehouse Gin.
That's pretty cool.
Why not?
That's like
Just add a touch.
All right.
Just a touch.
I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
We may as well.
Yeah, we may as well. We got Cuvée Treehouse Gin with Anchor Winter Warmer. What a world we live in. Down in the description below.
Ooh, the pininess.
FLX Beer Reviews on Instagram, FLX Beer Reviews on Twitter, FLX Beer Reviews on YouTube. By Untapped. Mike's Untapped. We'll leave a link down to Bumpy Road Brews channel with now the fancy at
Yep.
Bumpy Road Brews. So
click right
You
on.
guys are adding me?
We are adding you.
That's what all the cool kids are doing.
I've always wanted to be after a fancy ace.
Using
roll.
Yetis and adding pals.
Yeah. Sam just chimed in real quick. He said, I'm now seeking Christmas sales on our online stores. Damn you boys. Oh, by the way, real quick, before we end this, Sam, I heard you got on your phone and made an appearance on a hangout.
Wait, Sam made an appearance. Was that the night that I had to go to bed early?
That's what I heard.
Damn you, Sam. Never trust Uncle Sam.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna take off. Sam, do you follow us on Instagram? You should. Message us sometime if you ever plan on hanging out again. All right.
Sam, do you watch any of my videos?
You don't.
Okay. Things are getting awkward. We're gonna
Sorry. Love
cheers. Safe thoughts, everybody. Cheers.
you. Cheerios.
You and your friggin' tree house.